All right, friends, it's T-Man. We're back. We got a new video. It's on, you know who? AlexLeonidas, Alpha Destiny of Alpha Destiny, yes. My good friend at gym lifting, and he too is a recruiting lifting slave as well. Yes, influencer himself. So let's see what AlexLeonidas has to say today. He just posted this video. Uh, the best chin-ups for big biceps. The best chin-ups for big biceps. Yes. There's many exercises you could do for biceps. Yes. Okay. Let's see what okay. No weights. No weights, just chin-ups. Body weight movement. Okay.
Time to build big biceps with bar chin-ups. Right now, I'll be
Oh
showing
my god, it is, isn't it? Wow.
you the best variations and form secrets. First, let's cover grip width. Historically, I've taught
Let's think about this. I don't know what he weighs, 150 pounds or something. So, he's using his biceps to pull 150 pounds. All right.
the prisoner way, which is having the hands be close together, forearms in, elbows tucked, and squeezing the biceps very hard at the top. This is great since
But he's not doing one arm at a time. He's doing both arms. Okay. All right.
you can pull through a full range of motion, and you can clearly see what's going on with the elbows. It's the one that feels closest to a barbell curl. It's very intuitive in the sense.
Man, you don't need, you don't even need a full range of motion if you're looking to damage these muscle fibers to grow more of them. But hey, it's good. I mean, I guess it's good to go full concentric. I mean, that just makes you better at doing doing concentric. Okay, whatever. That just makes you better at doing that. All right. Yeah, full stretch. These are great exercises. These are great exercises. But guess what? After you do the first one, when you do the first one on this, there's a reduction in this muscle damage, and then it rapidly adapts by growing bigger and stronger, and then it's resistant from further assaults. So moves into a secondary shift, what we call sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Now, what it's going to do is load energy in there, giving you better contraction. That's why people eat a lot of carbohydrates. They eat an artificial diet called carbohydrates. And it helps with contractions. That's about it. Because if you were low on the carbohydrate, the contraction would be very difficult to perform. That's why people use carbohydrates. They would associate that with performance. Get it? Yeah, performance. It enhances your performance because if you didn't have enough, that contraction wouldn't work so well. Yes. But the problem is with the fake diet, the carbohydrates you're eating, there's a massive pump there. It can be very bad to get pumped if you are an athlete. It's terrible to use carbohydrates in sporting events. That's why you want to be on a high animal fat diet. You want your body to adapt to eating its natural diet, high fat, high animal fat. See what I mean? But because you've been eating this artificial diet called carbohydrates, you know that sugar diet, it's yeah, you gotta adapt from that now because you got it to tolerate doing that.
That when you grab a standard bar at the gym, the elbows are going to be in, you're lowering in front of the body, and you're squeezing here.
He's never gonna get any bigger than he is, Alex. He's never gonna get bigger arms because he doesn't understand that muscles have an M&D size limit. Get it? And it's based on the progenitor cell to donate more of it. It's based on hyperplasia. He thinks it's based on just I'm gonna lift a weight and that's it. You're not doing anything there, man. Muscles protect themselves from any more damage because there are a lot of factors. One of them could be rhabdo, myolyses, and a whole bunch of other things. It would be very uncomfortable to be damaged all the time. And having pieces of muscle floating around in your blood going through your heart. And it can't happen every day because you die. You'd be breaking down proteins. Now, if you came into think about this, this idiot is lifting almost every day exclusively in a gym. Can you imagine lifting every day and damaging your muscle fibers and never giving them a chance to repair and remodel? Yeah. And then you're going to be, I'm breaking down more muscle fibers. I'm breaking. That's what happens with, what is it, these CrossFitters. They're so retarded. They go into fucking CrossFit. What do? They fucking, they're like factory workers, bro. They go in for 6 hours straight. They do crazy exercises for 6 hours, battering their body, breaking proteins down like crazy. It's ridiculous. They keep breaking and breaking. Remember, your body's building up and breaking down proteins as you go throughout the day. That's to keep you in this thing called homeostasis. Well, these fuckers, what are they doing? Breaking proteins down like assholes, bro. Then they end up with rhabdo, and they can't figure out why they're in the hospital in a stupor practically. They have to induce you in a coma for a week. Yeah, it's happened to many. It's happened to many people. Then they just overdo the shit out of it. Here, the signs of rhabdo is you start sleeping a lot. You don't get up, you start sleeping. That means your body's breaking down. It's dying.
which is similar to the top part of that chin up, except there's actually
And yes, it can be severe, and some people have died. Yeah.
tension at the top. Now, prisoner reps are not standardized, and there's levels to this. Fist to fist.
All right, so how long does it take for a muscle to repair and remodel? It takes a week. It could take a week, the minimum, depending on how much you're eating. Remember, in a damaged state, if you truly did get damaged and you got this DOMS, you're gonna see the clinical signs of muscle damages. There's the range of motion it goes away. The range of motion, there's reduced force capacities, there's some pain, there's pain there, there's weakness, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So you have to look for the clinical signs, and they last quite a few days, almost up to a couple days, and then dissipates at the end of the week, and then pretty much you're okay, providing protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown. You got to be in anabolic growth state. Why? Because you got to shut off the catabolic hormone. You got to convert the catabolic hormone to an androgen so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, making you anabolic. Therefore, you could make it to the end of the week. So there's a repair and a remodeling in that muscle. They're fucking damaged, bro. Get it? But they're not going to get damaged with a repeated bout anymore. There's nothing going on here. If he eats a lot more carbs, he can get a lot more of these sarcoplasmic hypertrophy muscles as opposed to myofibrillar. But now if he understands how to get this damage to come back, you could get it to come back by resensitizing, usually at the end of the week. And then you come back and you do these exercises. But in bro splits too, they disappear really quick. That's why it's superior to do it in full body workouts.
Is the most extreme. And here the leverages actually are god awful. So in this case, the only way you can get low is by flaring the arms out at the bottom. But as you pull up, now you can kind of do this motion here. Alternatively, you can go in between the neutral bar.
Meet Google Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro.
Go in between the neutral bar. There's no correct answer. You'll have to experiment with a couple inches. The key is that...
And what will it matter how far apart or how close you do it? All the strain is on the bicep, man. And there's a little bit on, I don't know, you could say on the forearm. And shoulder area as well, back and shoulder area, there's some there as well.
you're inside shoulder width. That's it. And then you're doing this
Ask him this question. Now that you did these biceps, let's say you did numerous sets, whatever, and then you get all these clinical signs and DOMs and all that kind of stuff, whatever, with the muscle damage, okay? What do you do now? Does he tell you what to do? Okay, guys, now that you got this damaged muscles, what do you do now? Nothing, just walk around? What, eat a bunch of bagels? How long does it take to repair and remodel, Alex? How long does it take? What do you have to do now? How much do you have to eat? How much protein do you have to eat when you're damaged? As opposed to somebody working in the gym or working out in the gym that's adapted. Now that you're adapted, how much do you need to eat? Nothing. You could go days without protein, and you can work out in the gym. Nothing's going to totally happen to you. Your muscles aren't going to shrink or anything like that. If they're shrinking, it's because the carbs. You're not eating enough carbs probably, because your muscles are carbed. So There's nothing going on here. It's bullshit.
A chicken flattening effect, almost squeezing the pecs together. So don't just have the elbows out, or else you're not biasing the biceps. There's no alignment.
Yes, I love calisthenics. I love body workouts. They're great. Using your body weight. They're awesome. I think they're great, but at some point it'll rapidly adapt. You'll have a hard time trying to eke out more adaptations. Now, you could try, you'll get a few more, not a lot. You could try after the week that it repairs and remodels and you eat enough. If you're eating enough and you're in anabolic growth state, okay, let's put it this way. If you are in an anabolic growth state and you come back the following week after it repaired and remodeled, so now you come back and you increase more of the repetitions. So you may be able to eke out some more adaptations, but you got to do more of something because your muscles are adapted to the body weight that it was doing previously. Get it? But again, you may even gain a pound or 2 or 3 because you're eating now. You're in an anabolic growth state. So weight is going up slightly and you're growing more myofibulars. Yeah. You don't want to carb your muscles up with phony carbs all the time.
Instead, you're flared out, elbows in, and that's what you're pulling with. And notice how there's a natural incentive to be further back like this, almost like you're doing the headbanger chin, right? So try to refrain from being fully back like this, Gironda style. So you see I'm in a little bit of a posterior pelvic tilt.
Gironda style. I mean, I don't know, man. These must be his, I don't know.
Almost like I want to work my lower abs. So the feet are slightly in front. Then I rotate the elbows in, and I squeeze the biceps. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. At the bottom right here, you can unload by flaring a bit, which will do a lot for you, but I'll be honest, it's not the best way to build bigger biceps and chin-ups. For that, we want to take a page from the street lifting world. So I don't mean to confuse.
I like how you said you're going to build bigger biceps and chin-ups. So you're going to get better at doing chin-ups. Okay, what are you going to use these chin-ups for in reality? What are you going to use them for? I know. You're strong at chin-ups, so now you can lift the sofa or something? No. Now that's a totally different adaptation. Just because you're good at doing chin-ups doesn't mean that it's a carryover to another lift. You have to adapt to that lift, get it, to make you stronger. Hey, I think people don't even understand what isolation movements are about. You're just getting better and stronger at doing that lift and nothing else. So when you use fucking barbells, you're getting better at doing barbell lifts or dumbbells or a bench press. Get it? Yeah. Yeah. So when people pick up these punching bags and they throw them on the floor, they're going to get an adaptation too doing that. They're going to get better at doing that. Practicing at getting better at doing that. Now, just because you did all these little exercises like, what's his name here? You think he's going to be good at arm wrestling? You have to be crazy. He's not going to be good at arm wrestling. That's why people beat Alex at the pro show. They beat the shit out of him there. And in a bunch of other exercises, they beat him. I think it was climbing some pole and a bunch of stuff. He was there. I saw him.
But the best way to build big biceps is actually doing the opposite, performing a wide grip chin. So you don't have to worry about what's going on with the elbows. You're already in the proper alignment, and there's actually some lateral forces going on. This is a resultant, which creates a little bit of a moment arm at the elbow, which is almost like you're opening up. And so if we know that going wider on a pull-up, of all things, can recruit more biceps, then imagine when you do it with an underhand grip, which by design, being supinated, is more bis. Especially with this exact grip, we're in ultra supination, as if you're doing an alternate dumbbell curl. Why? Because it's not fully straight. It's like doing an easy bar curl, but in reverse. My hands are slightly out, so it's forcing my wrist to do this. So now, look at the bicep. So for reference, your arms are out here during the chin up, and the cue is that you're supinating all the way.
Supinating, okay. What is that going to do exactly? Now he's doing a different exercise. See that? He's getting good at doing dumbbell flies, or dumbbells, should I say? Dumbbell curls, sorry. He's getting good at doing dumbbell curls, man. Like he was getting good at doing those pull-up, chin-ups.
Externally rotated. You bring the wrist in.
Externally rotated. And what is that going to do? Make you better at rotating it?
You can even argue it's more long head. The arms are stretched overhead. You're an
Those arms are like 14 inches, man. Maybe 13. I don't know. 13 inches or something. I bet you they're 13. Yeah, at the best. 12, 13.
rotation.
They're like Blaha's arms.
Fully supinating. Look at the bicep activation. Now here I'm in front of the bar.
Again, this isn't a hating video because you get these minions from, I don't know, who knows where. They're gonna be, why are you hating on my pal AlexLeonidas, my lover AlexLeonidas. My Alex, I love you. They come here crying like buckets. I don't know, man. Like, oh my God, you're hating on my Alex, my baby. They drool over him, his minions and shit. Come on, man. This is just a review video of what he's doing. I don't really care about Alex or anything, and I don't even hate Alex. Give me a break.
Not to pull back, but check it out.
Okay, this could be good for your lats, and I mean, there's a little bit of workout on your arms there. It's calisthenics, really, right? I told you, bodybuilding is calisthenics because bodybuilders do this. They incorporate calisthenics and they incorporate body. They incorporate everything. Doing dips is calisthenics, okay? And doing these chin-ups is calisthenics. And pull-ups for lats and everything. They do them.
Ever feel like you're missing out on the stock market action because...
I swear to God, it feels like I'm doing a curl. So the bicep crosses the shoulder joint. So it assists in shoulder flexion. And when the arms are overhead, the degree to which you manipulate grip with can affect that stretching aspect. And what I...
Ask yourself this question. What kind of muscle are you building there? What kind of muscle do all you people out there think that he's building? Are you think you're building a muscle doing that? While pulling yourself up, it's building magically? How does it build exactly? How does it do that? How does it get bigger exactly? How does a muscle cell get bigger? What's it made up of? See that? You say muscles get damaged? How do they get damaged? What kind of damage is it? What type? How does it damage itself? And what happens after it damages itself? What do you do then? Should you do it again right away? With damaged muscles? Like, I think people, they don't think properly at all. This guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't explain these things to you. They're important to know. Everything is important to know in lifting. You need to know all the specifics. All the small stuff is important. He's just going through the motions, but he's not explaining to you what is actually going on there. The physical part of it all, the physiology part of it. You know, the chemical reactions, the muscles, the damage, the macrophage, the T cells, the progenitor cell, the satellite cell. What do they do? What do they do? Folostat, myostat. What really happens there? What goes on there? What is your goal here exactly? See what I mean? Just to be good at doing pull-ups? Okay.
found is that a wider grip.
If truly your goal is to build real muscles, myofibrillar growth, then that needs to be your target. And that's based on EIMD training. Now, if you don't know what EIMD training is, then I think you need to go and fucking learn what bodybuilding really is all about. Because all you are gone.
Maximizes the overhead position for the biceps, not to mention the supination, and it's just something that you have to feel. In fact, I don't even need to give you scientific explanations or talk about human anatomy, all that. How about I just let you know this crazy fact? Some street lifters actually tear their biceps using this exact grip. Now for that you might be afraid.
Again, if you tear your biceps, it means you're weak. If you tore your biceps, it's because you have weak biceps. That's why. See that? You should start with dumbbells first. You should always start with a lighter type of weight and not move directly doing your body weight is so heavy on your bicep, trying to pull it up. Remember, this is artificial. These exercises are artificial. They're not natural. You wouldn't be doing these things out in nature. Pulling up your body weight on a bar is unnatural. So there you go.
But know that they are doing chin-ups with over 5 plates for reps.
Yeah,
so
because your muscles are not meant to be pulling you up on bars like a monkey up and down. Get it? You aren't a gorilla. You don't climb trees. You understand me? But okay, whatever. They're really meant for hunting and doing a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. It's not meant for doing that. But okay, you want to get them bigger and stronger. Yes, okay, adaptations.
absolute load, which you and I probably aren't going to hit, in addition to the natty factor, explains some of these injuries. That said, there is still somewhat of a risk, but I would say it's no different than preacher curls or incline curls. And I don't see you stopping those, right?
There shouldn't be a risk at all in lifting whatsoever. That's why I say build yourself bigger, big, and strong. Get it? And not full of carbohydrates. I'm talking about myofibular growth, dude. Build yourself big and strong, and you're not going to get any injuries. Yeah. But that's not to say when you start deteriorating, when you get older, you start deteriorating. Especially if you're eating a fake diet, you're going to really accelerate this deterioration. You're deteriorating faster than you're aging, and yeah, it'll weaken you, and you'll get weak. Your bones and your muscles and everything will start to get weak, unless, of course, you know how to get them to keep coming back and becoming stronger. If you know how to regenerate muscles, which will regenerate bone, because they can't be done. They can't be done all the time. They have to be done periodically.
Also, you're not doing high sets, low reps with high percentages on chins. You're doing this for hypertrophy, right? So you might just do 3 sets.
See, he just tells you hypertrophy. Did he tell you there's 2 types of hypertrophy, myofibular and sarcoplasmic? So what type of hypertrophy is he doing?
Of 8 to 12 and call it a day. As opposed to 10 sets of 3 with 3 to 5 minutes of rest in between sets. Only doing chins as your competition movement. In other words, you're not training high specificity. And this is not an accessory.
See, he's not telling you how to bring back that damage. Once that damage attenuates, how do you bring it back so you can grow more myofibular growth? He's not telling you that. What do you think's going to happen once it's adapted and there's no more myofibular growth, there's no more damage, there's nothing going on there? What type of hypertrophy will you be getting? Cell swelling. You're gonna swell up the cells and shit. That's about it. You're gonna walk around being swole, thinking that's hypertrophy. Get it? Yeah. And some carbohydrate. If you're eating enough carbohydrates, I don't know. He's not, because he's trying to maintain a very lean look, so he's not really carbed.
To improve your one-rep max chin, which you're also probably not doing, right? Therefore, you tearing your biceps with this wide grip is unlikely. Let's address another question. Why are street lifters even using this grip if it's more dangerous? It enhances your top bench strength like nothing else. Because your leverages are worse, as in lifting a plate less, and it's hard to pull through when your arms are wider, and the fact that chins are gravity operated, so naturally the resistance profile is limited by the top, then of course it's a worthy accessory.
Okay, that's just going to make you better at doing wide grip chins. All right.
Especially since a lot of street lifters aren't doing a bunch of curls or ring work. So if you're looking for specificity in a way that demolishes the biceps and enhances an actual weak link, then you need to train those positions for strength training. So there's many ways to build.
Oh, you need to train those positions for strength training. Let me ask you this question. If you build more myofibular growth, will you not increase your natural strength? See that? What kind of strength training is he doing? I know. He's getting better at doing these exercises. That isn't based on getting more myofibulars. That's just based on an adaptation of motor unit and androgen receptor strength, yes.
this particular strength. You can do isometrics.
In other words, this is based on practiced strength. If you stop practicing doing this, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. I'm not joking. Now, if you did this multiple times to grow more myofibulars, that is going to increase your natural strength. You don't have to practice at doing these anymore. Get it? You can do them all the time. You should be able to do them all the time without practicing.
Over the bar, isometrics right at the bar or even slightly below because it radiates 15 degrees in all directions. There's that, as well as using accommodating resistance.
And no, he's not carrying any muscle just because he got lean and he's trying to impress you with the special lighting, the dark white lighting and everything. And oh, look at my back because I'm pulling on every muscle group now because I have low body fat. That pretend making me look big thing, and meanwhile it's really tiny.
Modifying your grip width, and for the top bench strength, going wide is the best, and that's why the street lifters do it. Now, you may not care about having the strongest vertical pull, but so what? The point is you're building bigger biceps in the process. That is simply a side effect. So
See, you're building bigger biceps in the process. So how do you build bigger biceps in the process? You eat a lot of carbs. Eat a shitload of carbs and you'll grow these artificial sarcoplasmic muscles for contractile purposes, for contraction and performance. It's an energy source. I think people are dumb out there. They don't understand that. You're loading an energy source in your muscles, and your muscles can load a hell of a lot of energy in the form of what? Glycogen. The cytoplasm is made up of sarcoplasmic. The cytoplasm is made up of sarcoplasma. And that sarcoplasma is all made up of what? Glycogen. So it's part of the cells and it surrounds the myofibulars. And it can fill up a hell of a lot in there, believe it or not. Oh yeah. Making you look phonier and bigger than the last time. Yeah. It doesn't increase your natural strength. So that's based on practice strength, this guy. That's why he's a gym lifting slave. He's a slave to practiced strength because he's not trying to build his natural strength so that he could be good at doing that all the time and not practicing at it. That's the whole point. It's the whole point. Yeah. Anyway.
This 2-in-1 banger. But if you really don't care, then another variation of this wide grip chin is to simply bring your chin to the bar because that top is the hardest part, but you're still getting a lot of biceps activation by going right under. So, it's my little twist. Combining street lifting form with staying in the pocket prisoner reps for a variation that really is mostly biceps. So if you guys can come up with a name, that would be awesome. Name, that would be awesome. Now, no matter what you do, chin-ups are still a back exercise. It's like
They are. Chin-ups are still a back exercise, yes.
me telling you to shut off your pecs
So you're working all the muscles.
on a bench press. It's not going to happen. At the end of the day, if you can lift well over 100 pounds, even with the worst grip, then obviously it's your back that's doing the majority of the work. So all we're doing is biasing the biceps. So with that in mind, stop worrying about your back so much. Just pull with the arms. Basically what you were told not to do for all these years on other compound movements when talking about building the back, do that for your biceps. Logically, it makes sense. You don't have to assume a full dead hang or squeeze the back hard at the top, maintaining that tightness, stretching, driving the elbows in towards the hips. Forget about all that. So the only thing I want you to do is supinate the fuck out of your elbows. Pull with the arms. Try to do a curl. Forget about your back. It can be loose as a spaghetti. Next tip is a genius hack that you're gonna wish you knew sooner. For this, you will require a barbell and a pad. Why? Because you, my friend, will be doing preacher chin-ups. What's the benefit of this? Maximum motor unit recruitment of the biceps. And we found...
Again, he's moving for maximum motor unit recruitment. Get it? He wants you to get better at doing these exercises. And then what happens when you stop doing them? Are you recruiting any more motor units? No. Where do they go? They go away. Get it? Yeah. You understand me? Then you got to come back and do it all over again. Fuck. You are a slave to these exercises.
Only have a fully stable vertical pull. How insane. Instead of doing lat pull downs where you're getting stability through the leg pads, this time you're getting it directly on the target area. So I'm using 2 barbells, and here the pinky is on the innermost part of the smooths. Elbows are
Yes, okay. This is cute.
in. I'm slightly away like a preacher curl, but then I bring my body in at the top. And here there actually is tension, unlike the preacher. So lean back a bit. Feel it in your biceps. Curl.
I can tell you right now, there's nothing going on there. He's not building anything. He's not in an anabolic growth state. He's not eating enough to be in anabolic growth state. And he's not damaging these muscle fibers. They're adapted. Yeah, I know. He's recruiting motor units. Okay. Can you see him, touch him, or feel him, these so-called motor units? No. So what are they exactly? What do they do? What happens when they go away? And what happens when they come back?
That's actually
How do you get them to come back, and what happens when they go away? How do they go away when you stop doing it?
crazy. Like here, I'm really just. Holy shit. So you want?
Man, fucking Alex is funny, man. Holy, look at my arms. Holy shit. He's impressing you with low body fat. He's got little arms and a little chest. He has no muscle other than he may have grown some newbie gains. I told you, I'm not saying he never got any adaptations doing these exercises. You get him in the beginning and then they dissipate, they go away. So he may have gotten a little bit of it. A little bit, because he's not carved up here for sure. He's got some low body fat, and he's got some noob gains. So you can see it with the low body fat, okay? You could see it. You could see something there.
Treat it like a preacher curl, where you're lowering in front of the body.
This is everything that he's doing is to impress you. The angles, he's moving his arms like that, going like this, filming it, showing you all the stretches and everything. It's all made to enslave you fucking people with your eyes. He's enslaving you by you watching him going, yeah, my Alex, yeah, I gotta be like that, yeah. None of you are gonna be like that, okay?
So drive those elbows into the pad. See how I'm leaning back a bit? I'm not super close like this. So slight lean back and curl. Actually, now that I think about it, this is a more stable version of head bagger chin-ups.
Well, then again, if you try hard enough, yeah, you'll be like Alex. Get it? Alex is small and weak. He is. I'm sorry, man.
Alternatively, you can also do these with a safety squat bar, which has even thicker padding and can allow for a slightly wider grip if you so choose to.
You can you? Okay.
So the padding is thicker, you have more surface area for the forearm. Could also be good for guys who have longer forearms. But the forearm cues.
Why don't I just do it like that and just do as many as I can? Get it to fucking focus on getting it damaged, and then focus on repairing and remodeling it bigger and stronger, dude, with myofibrillar growth. Huh? What if I do that? And stop wasting my time on everything else here. Recruiting motor units and fucking, I don't know, carb loading and fucking doing all these stupid exercises. I gotta do it far apart, really far apart, this, that, whatever. Just do a whole bunch of them, that's it, and focus on damaging them, and that's it, repairing and remodeling them. The rest of the week.
Are the same.
Huh.
And of course, I can do the same thing with my actual pull-up bar.
I just don't get it.
Doesn't have to be a barbell. You don't need 2 bars. You see this shit? I'm not even flexing. No, I was. For that f***ing bicep.
Look at this. He tied his arm there around to try to get the blood to like sink in. He squeezes it. Look at his left arm. There's nothing going on there. And his right arm. Oh, because the vein is popping out. He's going to impress you by tying up his arm. Look at the bicep, guys. Look.
This is the last tip, guys. If
They're tiny. His biceps are tiny. They're like 13, 12 inches, bro. Come on, man. Ask him to measure his biceps. They're tiny. They're tiny.
you want to get big with just calisthenics, then start doing occluded chins. You'll never have to weigh these down unless you're
Occluded chins? What the fuck? Is this some kind of new language? Is that Chinese or what?
super light. So I'm only wearing it on one arm so you can see the comparison.
So you just tie these around your arm, and what is that gonna do? What's that gonna do exactly?
Look at that. So high rep it. Pull with the arms. Forget about the back.
Again, I'm not saying he doesn't look good with low body fat and physique. It looks cute in the lighting here. But in a shirt, he's lost.
Just drive that tension. Only thing I'll tell you is leave a slight bend here. Don't fully dead hang. Leave some tension in the bicep.
Remember, you don't walk around in public with your shirt off. Of course, maybe in a park in the summertime. But I can't see you walking around in public and streets everywhere shopping with your shirt off. Going, look guys, look how great I look with low body fat.
Pump. 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 Oh my God. Must have done over 100 chin-ups in this video. So get those high reps in. Your first set might be 20, and you'll rapidly decline. 15, 12, you might even struggle to get 10 after a certain point. So 3 to 5 sets in the 8 to 20 zone. And yes, the range is that broad.
Yeah, eventually, it's the contractibility goes down because you need more glycogen in there. That's why. It's an energy source to carry you through. More energy you can get in there, the more you're able to do more of them. You'll be a good lifting slave.
Low rest between sets, your biceps are gonna be firing like nothing else. So that's how you build big biceps with bar chin-ups. I hope you try out these special variations.
Yeah, he didn't tell you what type. What type? Is it myofibular or sarcoplasmic? You're gonna build them. Or is it just inflammation, constantly inflaming them because you're adapted and you're not eating enough carbs or protein?
And stay tuned for part 2 because I got some more tips to share. Also,
Look, man, protein is not stored as energy in there. So you doing that's not what's building those muscles. Get it? If you're adapted, it's carbohydrate.
I want to know, can you guys guess what those tips are? OGs will know because in today's video, I left out some obvious stuff. So let me know and enjoy getting buff with calisthenics.
Man, that was a cute video, guys. Enjoy getting buff with calisthenics. I love that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with what Alex is doing here. It's just he doesn't really elaborate on a lot of stuff in his videos. But I guess, it's okay. The whole, if you want to get good at doing those, go ahead. Do what he's doing and you'll get the same results he's doing. You understand me? You'll look small, ripped, and you'll be good at doing these exercises. Yeah. Anyways, tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next video, my friends. Comment down below, helps with the algorithm. See you later.